Okay.
You know what? I'm $400 richer.
Wah, tìm hỏi lúc gọi bà.
Sapa, pakai Nopa. Iya, Nopa. Okay, thank you.
Khi check, khi来宾 check 然后这样。
Katanya tela lah, sao sih nggak?
Your cake.
Yeah.
Is this butter cake? Okay.
Come.
You take a picture with the old man.
Hey,
not video lah, picture lah.
The birthday girl is chilling in another auntie's house.
Lu ai chơi nè?
Oh, bo cha.
Chỉ có một chỉ lặng hả? Lu ai hay ở chỉ.
Bo wa mi kya cha, thank you wa mi kya cha.
Giá thì giá cũng qua câu chỉ phong béo cái nó giá lên.
Giá giá là bộ mình nhà chị à.
Ai vô thật cũng là. Họ chặt giá cũng.
And Dao. So, day in the life of a trip back to Penang. Actually, I haven't really been able to do much. Like usually, once I come back to Penang, it's just being with my mom, being with my grandmother, all of my other aunties. So I'm surrounded by women, but very, very old. Except my mom. My mom's very young. So yeah, I mean, it's just like taking them for breakfast, taking them for brunch, taking them for lunch, running errands, going to the market, coming back, just doing errands for myself, like go for like a massage for my back, get a haircut, stuff like that. Most of my days just run like this and just wait for the next meal. There's a lot of eating involved when I'm back here, a lot of eating. So, and then like my dad works, so I guess most of the day is spent with my mom. And like I said, my mom has loads of errands to run, so keeps herself busy. So, on to the next one. Now we're at the massage place that you've seen in my stories a couple times. This is where the magic happens. And I brought my Ma here also. So like I said, it's just errands. Loads of errands. Hey Quio, you unlock the thing?
Oh, like I can't see. Thank you. Forgot to turn on the lights.
Oh, every time I come back to Penang, need to come out with this fella. Always a good catch up. Always a good catch up. Yeah.
Peace, bro. I don't know what hell's mean.
Bye, Jack. Good catch up, as always, with him. And now, back home. Honest to God, I just legit put wax on because my hair was just not cooperating with me. So, I guess this is better. So yeah, that was my little trip back to Penang. It felt really good showing you guys what I do when I'm back there. Little snippet into my life when I'm back there. And okay, those are not really nice. Better. So yeah, it was a pretty relaxing trip. Didn't have a lot of stress much. It was really, really good seeing my parents and my grandmother again. I was back for her birthday. And just being able to, you know, share what's going on in my life over here in KL. Not really big like texter, I prefer to speak with them in person. And there's a lot of things I could unpackage about that, but I think I'll do them in separate videos. This time I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about my best friend that you saw, Jack. He's one of my longest friends actually, and every time I go to Penang, I do try to hit him up there. So we had a pretty good conversation about doing things for ourselves. What I mean by that is to do things for ourselves without the expectation and judgment of others, as in we're not doing something or we're not making a move for the validation of others. Sorry, I legitimately just like freaking brain farted. And we kind of juxtapose the different backgrounds that we have So him and the family, they have a stall in a hawker center in Penang. So if you're ever in Fort Cornwallis, do hit them up. They have amazing Western food and Hainanese food. So he's been doing that ever since I knew him in primary, and now he's actually stepped up and he's really helping his dad to kind of take over a lot. And we compared and contrasted his growth over the years because we both changed so much, and we can really see it in every time we meet when we have conversations. And it was just explaining to me how sometimes people will give him nasty looks and just kind of like have a prejudgment of him. And he is a hustler. He works so hard. He loves his family a lot. And I guess that we both kind of felt that sometimes his hustle and how hard he works is a little bit tainted, is a little bit influenced by proving to others, you know, that he's got it. And even his mom, bless her heart, was giving him, you know, really sagely advice. I was like, why do you help people? Are you helping people because you genuinely want to help them out? Are you helping people so that they won't look down on you? And you know, this is something that caught me thinking as well, because for me, I think like I have a little bit of an opposite type of scenario and circumstance. And quite frankly, this is really difficult for me to admit, and it has been a journey of me actually getting to this place where I can admit this to myself, and is that I come from privilege. I come from a lot of privilege. My sisters and I are just so blessed. We have the luxury of really focusing on ourselves because we don't need to worry about a lot of other factors. And I'm learning to accept, you know, the cards that I've been dealt, in the sense that I don't want to shy away from it. Because for the longest time, my issue was that I'm so privileged that people will just not take into account the work and the effort that I put in. And that was my fear, that people will see me, that I come from a privileged family, and they will just disregard all the stuff that I've been doing. So we both, Jack and I, came to an agreement that we wanted to do things for ourselves without worrying about the validation of others, the judgment of others. And it's really so much easier said than done. See what I mean here? This was happening over here, so it was like even worse, legit. And it's so much easier said than done, in the sense that like it's easy to just say I'm gonna do this for me and not actually think and worry about all the judgment that may come. And we want to make sure that each stroke, each move that we're doing is 100% for us, because then, you know, if there's a failure, we can tanggong it ourselves, and if there's a success, we can be 100% grateful and happy for ourselves. So that was the conversation I had. I hope that it gave you guys insight, and if you're in the same scenario and in a situation that right now you're faced with the decision, I just really hope that you'll be able to find it in yourself to do it for you. Especially at this age, we're faced with quite a few decisions, especially when you're just coming out of university, work, money. So I really pray that you'll be able to find that freedom to act for yourself. That's all for this episode. Can we call it episode? That's all for this time. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.